That's tough. I don't know. I mean, I listen to everything, but probably mainly kind of alternative rock sort of stuff. This kind called math rock.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but it's cool.
Going back to your first performance, what was it like leading up to it? Were you super nervous?
I was terrified. I'd never even played in front of people other than like my family members before.
Do you guys have a name for the band yet? Or
yeah, that one's called Sheepover.
Sheepover?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing out yet, but there's an Instagram page.
How did you guys come up with that
I don't know.
name?
I was not involved in it. They were like, let's come up with a name. And then the drummer's like, what about Sheepover? That's kind of funny.
You're working on music. What kind of plans in terms of your music? Is it going to be a little album or just singles right now? What are you thinking?
Probably an EP first.
An EP?
Like 5-6 songs. My dad's going to take me to Japan to get a tattoo. Yeah.
What's your mom saying about that one?
She's...
You going to get some face tats?
No.
Call your little Zan? Hey guys, welcome to the Fergie Time podcast. I'm your host, Aiden Ferguson, and today we have Seb. He's our first musical artist on the show, so welcome.
Thank you.
So I guess let's just start off right with your music. So who, I guess, were your musical influences growing up?
Growing up, I had a lot. Like, my dad used to play me, like, rock from the 60s and through the 80s and shit. Can I say that on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Swearing's good. You're good to go.
Yeah, so, like, stuff from the 60s, but I started to find stuff on my own. A lot of, like, local bands, like Mom Jeans, stuff like that. It's like a lot of... I go to a lot of live shows, and I find bands through that, and then Spotify suggestions, and just everything like that.
So your dad, you said his influence kind of shaped what you like in terms of music?
Yeah, definitely.
So you said, you told me before the show that you like a variety of music, but what are your favorite genres, I guess?
That's tough. I don't know. I mean, I listen to everything, but probably mainly kind of alternative rock sort of stuff. This kind called math rock.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but it's cool.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And then your favorite artists, do you have any in particular that you like, that you find yourself listening to either back then a lot or now a lot?
Mom Jeans, for sure. There's this one album called Summer Death by Marietta that is just, like, so good. Just something about it. I've been listening to it for, like, a year now.
Okay, cool. And then with alternative rock, what draws you to that genre? What sounds is it the particular sound?
I don't know. I like a lot of it. A lot of what like draws me to music is, well, first I'll just like it sounds cool or whatever. And then it's like the memories, kind of the feeling it gives. And like if I listen to something like Summer Death by Marietta, like during a specific time, it like brings those memories and feelings back, and it's like, I don't know. Yeah,
for sure. There's definitely stuff with that where music and experiences kind of bring those experiences back and those memories back. So you said you enjoy going to live shows?
Yeah.
What kind of live shows have you been to?
A lot. The first concert, I guess technically the first one I went to was the Wiggles. But like the first real concert I went to was the Who. That song My Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw them in like 6th grade. And, just bands that I like. A lot of the time, my dad's like really into it also. He loves going to shows. So I'll show him a band. And he's like, let's see if they're on tour. Let's see if they're coming to the Bay. And then I got a job working at 1-2-3-4 Go Records.
Okay. In Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like totally my scene because it's a lot of hardcore punk shows. But it's still like, it's fun to go to.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And so what do you do you just work at the record store there?
I work, when there's shows, I don't work there anymore, but when there's shows, I do like doors, tickets and stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then, so what was your first, did you play an instrument growing up, or what was your first kind of musical thing you were doing?
I played guitar when I was like 5, like I took lessons for like a few months or something, but I quit because I was 5. And then, like, later on I played piano, but I started playing drums in, like, 6th grade. And I've stuck to that for a while, but I've gotten more into guitar, like teaching myself guitar and bass and piano.
So did you teach yourself the drums?
No, I took lessons for drums, but everything else.
Everything else, okay.
Yeah.
And you jam with your dad, you say sometimes?
For sure, yeah.
That's hella cool. So you play the drums, and what does he play?
Guitar. Or a lot of time when we jam, I play guitar also.
Okay. So How did you kind of come about teaching yourself guitar? Because I've heard, obviously, a lot of people are self-taught with guitar, but how did you go about it? Was it YouTube videos? Was it buying books?
There's a lot of YouTube videos. I think the first thing I learned, my dad taught me. Like, he taught me some chords. And then after that, it was like YouTube videos. And then he taught me how to read tabs, which are like little numbers written out in like a guitar neck shape. And you can like learn songs that way. So he taught me how to read that, and I just figured out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's cool. That's the thing with guitar is so many people are self-taught. How long did it take you to learn, I guess? Because for most people, people would assume that takes a really long time.
But. It does, for sure. Now I've been playing like 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Drums have been 6 years.
6 years.
But I mean, to get the hang of guitar, I don't know. Like, to get the hang of it, it took like 2 years maybe to really get, because you have to like memorize chord shapes. A lot of it's muscle memory. So that takes a little while, but once it's there, I mean, it's just everything comes a lot faster.
So do you have a regular practice schedule, or do you just kind of whenever?
Just whenever. I mean, I practice like mostly every day, but it's just because I feel like it.
Because you like it, and you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took you 5 to 6 years of kind of playing very regularly to be able to learn one, guitar on your own, and then 2, pick up the drums.
Well, to learn guitar on my own was maybe 2 years of practicing regularly.
And then now you've just been playing for fun.
Yeah.
And then, so at the beginning, obviously, you were doing probably covers of other songs. Definitely. When did you start writing your own music?
Recently.
Really recently?
I'm not good at it.
You're not good at it?
I'm terrible. I mean, because a lot of the time, like, when I want to write a song, it's because I hear a song and I'm like, this is really cool. I want to write something like this. Yeah. And then I go and just end up playing the song I wanted to to replicate.
Yeah. I mean, it's writing music it's one thing to be able to play music, like even hard, intricate music. Whereas writing your own music, there's that level of creativity to it that makes it very hard. Because I think everyone, when they're writing something, takes influences from other songs, other music.
Definitely.
That they pick and choose, but it's about obviously trying to add your own stuff. And everyone, I mean, I remember when I was little, just even trying to write a book, for a school assignment, you would try writing your book, and then it would end up being something you have already read, and you're like, damn it, like how am I gonna do that? But it's definitely cool that you've taught yourself. And so for drums, how long did it take you to get familiar with the drums? Because you said you did lessons with the drums, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, up until recently, I stopped. Like, I was taking lessons like maybe last year. But to get familiar with it, I don't know. It's like, because there's a lot of different levels, I guess. So there's like the basic like beat that you learn. And that took like a week or 2 to learn or something. And then after that, it's like building it up, getting your hands to do the right thing separately from the rest of them. Like a lot of if I try to teach my friends drums or something, a lot of the problems they'll have is that they'll hit like all of them at the same time. And I guess the hardest part is like learning to each of like your limbs to have a mind of their own kind of.
For sure. Yeah. And so you would say you're best with the drums, then guitar, then piano? Yeah,
that sounds right. Okay. Maybe guitar at this point. I don't know.
So
I play guitar.
Do you like playing the guitar the most now?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. And then, so with music, so you play with your dad. Is that your main form of practice? I guess it's just messing around with your dad, or do you play a lot on your own?
On my own. It's probably most. My dad's second.
Okay. And then I obviously know, as a senior in high school, you're applying to colleges, thinking about the future. Are you looking to major in music or some sort of form? So what major are you looking at? Just
music production, mostly, if schools have it. And then if they don't have it, then I'll just click music.
So, and then what kind of career path does that take you down into? Have you thought about it at all?
Not at all. I mean, maybe it would be like working in a studio or something, like producing music for people. Yeah,
that's really cool stuff, but it's complicated for sure.
Definitely. I mean, I know a guy who does it, and that's kind of what influenced me too, I guess. Because he does really cool stuff, and he plays in like 3 bands. So,
sick.
But I mean, I don't know. I only picked music because I've like thought about the other things that I want to do or that I would want to do, and there isn't anything else. So I figured just stick with it.
Did you know from when you were younger that you wanted to do music? Has it always been something that's been, so it's not something that's always been appealing to you necessarily? Like making your own music?
When I was like little, taking guitar lessons and piano lessons, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously that's at the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but when you started to get into music, was there ever a fear of starting to make your own music and release it and kind of getting almost judged in a way for making music, or there's no fear of that?
No, not really. I mean, I played like live shows before I wrote my own music.
Okay.
And there's like stage fright and stuff. Like my first band, we just played at like bars in Berkeley and stuff. Played covers and stuff.
Do you want to take us through your first live show?
Okay.
How it started, what the gig was, and then leading up to that?
Yeah, my first band was organized. There's this thing called Bandworks, which like they basically put you with people who have your same musical interests. And then you like practice 5 songs for like 8 weeks and then play a show at the end with all the other people that did it.
So did your band have a name, or was it?
Yeah, it was called 11. Because our singer's dad wanted to make a reference to the movie Spinal Tap. Turn our amps up to 11. We weren't that loud.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. It was, I mean, it went well.
So it's just a random assortment of people?
I never knew him. Except Max Lambert was in it.
Oh, Max,
played guitar.
The one who bikes now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He
funny.
played guitar in it, and I played drums. And then everyone else, we never knew him. There were some like seniors in high school, and we were freshmen. It was weird.
So,
it was fun.
So you started off with that, you had a couple gigs? How did that work?
Yeah, it was like we kind of just did the same thing, played with like the Bandworks group, but we stuck as a band and played as the Bandworks group with the other bands in Bandworks, like on each show they had. And we went through a lot of people, like some people left and other people joined. Max left after 2 shows. No shade to him because he's a good player. He just didn't want to do it. But and then like towards the end, we had the same singer and I was the same. But then we got a different guitarist and different bassist. That guitarist was really good, and so was the bassist actually. And we played I think the last show we played was at UC Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, with a bunch of other bands.
So with your first one, going back to your first performance. What was it like leading up to it? Were you super nervous?
I was terrified. I'd never even played in front of people other than like my family members before.
Damn.
But I mean, and them obviously.
Where did you play at? You said in Berkeley.
Yeah,
in Berkeley?
Ashkenaz.
Okay. And then how many people were you playing in front of?
Like 30.
And you're still just absolutely terrified.
I was scared until like halfway through the first song, and then they were just like not there anymore. You
probably just made your first mistake or something. Like, did you probably made it? I feel like
I made a few mistakes.
Made a couple mistakes, and after that, you're like, man, screw it.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
It doesn't matter anyways. Yeah. So that first experience, although you were like very, I guess, almost scared at the beginning, it kind of made you love it even more.
Definitely.
It made you want to perform in front of people.
I did. And then every show after that, I was still scared before. But then I went on and just like the crowd wasn't even there. It's just like jamming. It's fun. Playing live is the best.
It's the best, you'd say?
I'd say for sure, yeah.
And then what was your setup like when you're playing live? Because you told me that right now you're recording in your garage with your Apple microphone.
Well, when I played at Ashkenaz, they have like a house kit that's really nice, so I don't have to worry about anything, especially playing drums. As a drummer, you have to like carry your shit around all the time, like a whole kit. So if I were to play drums again, my kit right now is really small. I've got like 4 drums and a couple cymbals, and that's it. But even that is a lot to carry around. So Ashkenaz has a house kit, and I just played on that one.
Oh, cool.
But for now, when I'm playing guitar, I have my guitar, 2 pedals, and an amp, which is really heavy.
Okay.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah. That's cool. And then are you still doing any live performances, or did you stop?
I haven't lately.
Is there a reason why you decided not to continue doing the live performances, or is it just you want to pursue other stuff with music? No,
I do want to perform live, but I stopped playing in that band. Everyone in that band lived like an hour away from each other, so it was like a pain in the ass to play anyway. But I guess my other bands lately haven't like gotten that far until the one now. We're writing a lot of songs currently.
Okay.
So we want to do original stuff because all my bands before have been cover bands.
Okay. And then are you guys, so with that new band, I think we'll get into a little more of it right now, but how did you meet some of the people in your band that you're in right now?
So actually the guitar player, the other guitar player, he was, so me and one of the people from my old band just were playing together and we're like, let's find a bass player. So she put up a flyer just like in San Leandro where she lives, and then he just showed up and he was really cool. And then she, stopped playing with us. So him and I started a new band, and he got a drummer. And I was playing bass at first, but I switched after one practice because he found another bass player. So yeah. So I just I met him through a flyer, and then I met the other people in the band because he knew him already.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So. And then you guys are obviously, you said working on music now. Do you guys have a name for the band yet? Or
yeah,
you guys
that one's called Sheepover.
Sheepover?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing out yet, but there's an Instagram page.
How did you guys come up with that
I don't know.
Name?
I was not involved in it. They were like, let's come up with a name. And the drummer's like, what about Sheepover? That's kind of funny.
That's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys all met off of a flyer. That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
And then you're working on music. What kind of plans in terms of your music? Is it going to be a little album or just singles right now? What do you think?
Probably an EP first.
An EP?
Like 5-6 songs.
Okay, cool. And then... So how often do you guys meet to record? How do you guys write? How does all that work?
Well, we haven't recorded yet. I had this one thing, a guitar part recorded, and I played it for them and they liked it. So I already have one guitar part recorded. But other than that, we meet once a week to practice and write stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because they all live in San Leandro.
And then are you because I've heard your other song that we're going to play in a little bit, but are you the lead singer in this?
No, we all sing in it. I mean... We kind of made a rule that if you write the lyrics, then you sing them.
Okay.
So
that's cool. So yeah. Are you planning on doing any singing or anything like that?
Hopefully. I mean, I want to do harmonies. That's the most fun thing to do, in my opinion, when it comes to singing.
When you first did, I think the first time you sang was in the piece you sent me, right? Yeah. Were you nervous at all? I mean, obviously you haven't put this out very much, but... Right. Were you were definitely nervous about singing and the first?
That's why I didn't share it a lot because I don't like my own voice.
So you're kind of self-conscious about your voice a little bit.
I mean, I would share it if it was instrumental, a lot more, but I don't know. I don't want to I don't like to listen to my own voice. So
yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then with your band, so you said an EP, that kind of stuff. Is there anything else that you guys are planning in terms of? Are you guys going to start doing live performances, anything like that with this band? Yeah,
definitely. I think I'm not super involved in that sort of thing. I'm kind of just playing with them. But they want to play at the Gilman, 924 Gilman.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's across from where Pyramid used to be.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we want to play there. And I think, the guitar player, actually all of them, except the bass player, have played there before. Mm-hmm. So they know how to, book a show there. It's not hard, so that would be a good place to start for sure.
And then when you start there, is it going to be, so it's going to be a mix of the new stuff that you're releasing combined with some covers and stuff like that?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that? Okay.
And usually when a band plays there, they have a few bands, maybe 4 or something. Okay. So it will have a short set. Maybe 5 songs is enough. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Is there a favorite artist that you like to cover? Is there someone?
Mom Jeans. We all like Mom Jeans. So
that's really your favorite by far?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, makes sense. I guess I'm gonna start now by playing your song, and then I'm gonna edit it in, but I'll play it off my computer right now.
Okay.
Oh, that may be an issue. Let's see how this works. Damn it. Oh yeah, I'll play it off my phone.
Okay.
And then I'll edit this in, and it'll be sick. Oh yeah, do I still have it on my phone? Damn. I probably should have been a little more prepared, but
it's cool.
Let me send this back to myself really quick. Do you want to just talk about a little bit more, I guess, about, let's see what we want you to talk about. So goals for music going forward. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about that while send this back to myself.
Yeah. I don't know. With this band, this one's just me.
Okay.
So I'd like to get more people, involved. Definitely to play live.
Okay.
And maybe, some other voices in there, so I'm not the only one singing.
Sick. Yeah. So you're obviously excited, but would you do stuff with other people outside of your band?
Not really, not that much. I don't know that many people that play instruments.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, and then one other thing I meant to ask you earlier was, were you ever in a school band or anything, or you weren't like interested in that?
I was in 4th grade. I played trumpet.
And you didn't like it?
I mean, it was all right, but I wasn't. You
didn't love it. I mean, obviously you're a little more restricted there with teachers and stuff, and you can't play exactly what you want to play.
Exactly, yeah. It would be sick to get horns on this. That would be so cool.
All right, so it's called...
if any people play horns, then
hit them up. That was going to be in the description, so be ready for that. But so it's called I Want James Franco at My Birthday Party. You want to explain the title?
I have no idea. I just think James Franco's funny.
Yeah, all right. So here's the song right now. And I'm going to play about 30 seconds, listen to it, and then talk me through it. And if anything comes off my head, I'll just ask.
Okay.
I think it's pretty cool, dude, to be honest. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be this kind of quality.
This part? Oh, shit, never mind.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. And then I'll play it in the background.
There's, like, one part with my voice that comes up there that I actually like.
There's one part that
the harmonies I was proud of.
So, how did you write this?
I had the guitar and bass written and recorded for, like, months. And I just didn't know what to do with it because I'm terrible at writing lyrics.
Okay.
And also, I didn't have a way to record drums because it's like really loud to just do with like earbuds in. So my dad like got these fancy noise canceling headphones for his birthday, and I just recorded everything else with that, like the vocals and the drums. And I don't know, I was just like, I want to finish this, and then I just sat down and made that stuff up.
Okay, cool. And then how did the lyrics come about?
I just made it up.
You just made
I just
it up?
sat down. I decided I wanted to finish it, and I just made. I don't know. It just like came to my head.
It just came to your head. And so, how long did this take you to make this one song?
Not counting the like huge month-long gaps, like 2 days.
2 days,
maybe.
Is that so? I've never made music of my own, but is that something that kind of happens with music? Is where you kind of take some breaks, but then
for me, definitely
to actually make a song, it doesn't actually take that long.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to write it, a lot of people write a whole song before they record it. Mm-hmm. All I had was the instruments, and I didn't know what to do with it. Like, I didn't even have a whole song. It was just instruments, and then like a little riff or something. Okay. And then I recorded the guitar and bass together in like a more song structure, and then just left it alone and forgot about it. Okay. And then I don't remember what inspired me, but I just went back and recorded drums and vocals.
Yeah, so there wasn't any like specific piece of inspiration, but rather just something kind of came to you at that point, and then you just went with it. Yeah. And then obviously you said you don't like your voice. But you want to keep singing. So.
I do, yeah. I mean, I like it.
But you don't...
I just don't like listening to it.
So you don't like... You like doing singing, but you don't like listening to your own voice.
Right. I mean, maybe because I just recorded it on, like, a shitty microphone.
Yeah, I think everyone has that a little bit, though. Where,
exactly.
Like, even when I rewatch the podcast sometimes...
right.
like, I don't like the sound of my voice always, and I think there's stuff I can add to it, which would make it... I guess sound better, either more energetic or something like that. So it's difficult at first, I'd say.
Definitely.
And then are you obviously, since you're in the band, are you planning on releasing any solo pieces? Is there anything?
Yeah, with Pool Party for sure. Cool. I mean, if I were to get more people, then probably no. But as like for now, that's my solo thing, and I'll just release my own stuff.
Would you ever plan on releasing a song with your dad, like him playing?
For
something?
sure. Yeah, definitely.
That's sick. So does your dad, did he ever do music? Is that kind of, is he a musical influence for you too?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't like release a lot. His band had one record. From like 1984 or something when he was in high school. And they played a lot in San Rafael and stuff, San Francisco, just around there. They had a tape and a record, and we had both of them at home. But then my dog chewed up the record. I'll never forgive her for that. That's because it was such a good record, dude. I loved it. And then the tape is like a live show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So.
And then with popular music today, there's a lot of pop and rap. What do you think about those styles of music? Because obviously alternative rock is you said you listen to everything, but alternative rock is probably your favorite.
Yeah.
What do you think about pop music today and rap music?
I mean, it's good. I like it. There's stuff I listen to for sure, and I enjoy. A lot of the like pop music from like 2010 that played on the radio, or like 2008. Like Electric Feel, you remember that song?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I love that song, dude. That stuff is so good to me. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's a nostalgia thing, but I like it. And then more today, I mean, it's still good. I listen to it. I feel like I don't know. There's like a little like lack of emotion, kind of.
Do you have a favorite pop artist today or rap artist today? Because I remember you're very critical of Juice WRLD. I remember that from class. That was actually really funny. You're like, man, I absolutely hate that one.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I don't remember saying that.
I think you did in class. I don't know.
I think I was talking about somebody else.
Maybe, but
I mean, I'm not really a Juice WRLD fan.
Yeah,
he's kind of funny though, because it's like so emo, but it's like. I mean, I respect what he's doing.
Yeah, of course.
He's a good artist.
Yeah.
I like Sway Lee a lot, actually.
Sway Lee?
Yeah.
Dang. I would have to say, for me, Sway Lee's, he's all right. I
think like the melodies he does vocally are like on another level.
I know Milan's a big Sway Lee fan.
Is he actually?
Yeah. But,
I can see that.
Yeah. I think, it's just, another question I guess I had was, how much do the content of the lyrics matter to you?
Not at all.
Not at all, even when you're making music?
I mean, no, because I just made that up.
Okay. Yeah,
like that doesn't mean anything.
Not based on this one, but maybe in the future with your band.
Oh, I mean, I like the lyrics to have meaning, but when I want to write a song about something, I can't think of anything.
Because I think that's one debate you kind of have today, is people kind of choose between artists or just in general, just like the music. There's two things they're looking for. There's the sound, obviously, and then there's the actual meaning behind the lyrics.
Right.
Where if you want meaning behind the lyrics, you're going to limit yourself a lot.
Definitely.
Because there's so much music where it's just like kind of whatever. It just sounds really nice and it's cool, but it's not very deep and not very...
No, I mean...
It doesn't have many layers lyrically.
Right. I sometimes... If I listen to a song and the lyrics are really deep, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And it like hits me hard. And I'm like, that's why I like that song. But it could like just be a good song.
So it just really depends on what you're feeling and how you're
I
thinking.
mean, if there are good lyrics, then I'll like the song most of the time. And if there aren't good lyrics, as long as the song's good, like the sound is good, then I'll still like it.
Okay, cool. And then I guess a couple more questions I have are like with the guitar, in your group, are you going to be playing the guitar, the drums? How are you going to decide?
In Sheepover, I'm playing guitar.
So you play guitar?
Yeah.
And then on your own, are you going to play more of the drums, or is it guitar now as your main focus?
Yeah, I mean, probably to be singing. Because of that one, I already released me singing. I'll just sing for the rest of them too. And I'll probably do guitar because singing and playing drums at the same time is really hard.
Okay.
For me, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guitar setup right now? Like,
you mean like the specific gear?
Not this. I mean, not specific, but what kind of guitar are you gonna be? Acoustic, electric?
Electric, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if anyone watching knows stuff or wants to know stuff about guitars, but Fender Jazzmaster is the guitar I play on the most. Lab Series L5 amp and a Big Muff pedal and an Avalanche Run reverb pedal, and that's it for now.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this stuff, but do you have Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember your top 5 artists from the year? I just think that's kind of an
interesting.
interesting.
Oh, wait, I have a screenshot, actually. I'm going to read off of it.
Because I feel like that's always an interesting question, is because we think we listen to certain people a lot.
Right.
But
Definitely.
you don't actually
It's
end up.
weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And especially because, like, over the, like, if a certain part of the year I'll listen to people, like, a lot, then I'll think that that's my most.
Okay.
Like, listen to.
Because it fluctuates a lot. Like, you may have a month of one type of music or one artist.
And then you associate them with the year, but it's not. So here's my top 5. Okay, Graduating Life. That's the guy from Fresno.
Okay.
Prince, Daddy and the Hyena. They're from New York. They're cool. Oso, also from New York. Mom Jeans. And then, I don't know why Chris Zabriskie is on there. I mean, I listen to him, like, when I go to sleep. So that could be why, because it just keeps playing. But, yeah. I listen to 68,000 minutes of music.
Dang, that's crazy.
Also, you listen to non-mainstream artists 153% more than the average Spotify listener.
So you're definitely not the most mainstream.
No.
And wait, what genre was that under for your?
Like rock. I think they just said rock.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you see the Bohemian Rhapsody movie?
Yeah,
Did you like
great.
it? I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to go see it, but everyone says it's amazing.
It is.
And apparently it's for the Oscars. They're talking best
Hopefully.
production. So it was awesome. Do you like Queen?
I do, yeah.
Do you have any favorite songs by Queen?
The basics. I don't know. Bohemian Rhapsody is a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I remember hearing stuff about it where it took several different recordings and like stuff. It was almost impossible to perform live because of its complexity.
Yeah,
really
there's so many different like musical sections to it.
You like David Bowie?
I do like David Bowie.
You have a favorite song by him?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah,
Heroes is really good.
Yeah, I'm personally a Moon Age Daydream type of guy, but I just like that whole song and just I don't know, it just sounds good.
It is, yeah, I see that.
But did you listen to his album before he passed or no?
I did. I don't know about all the way through. I've definitely heard songs from it.
Yeah, I didn't end up listening to it. I just felt like nothing was gonna be probably as good as stuff he had already released. Yeah, it's just you don't want to let yourself down sometimes.
Right. I mean, it was good for sure, but it was experimental. Like it was out there. It was. I mean, he always was, but it was even more different.
How did you discover Mom Jeans?
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
So
I have this playlist that I've been like adding to for like 3 years, and it's all from the little suggested box at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And they do like a great job of it because it's like every song I add is like something I love, and there's like 100 and something songs on there now.
And have you introduced them? Like, did your other people in the band, did they know about Mom Jeans before you showed them?
The other guitarist did, and then we showed the drummer, and now we all love him. That's
kind of funny how I guess your band is. I mean, it makes sense, but it's kind of funny how you guys came together. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's funny how you guys came together and then found out you guys kind of all like the same music.
Yeah, I don't know how
makes sense.
How we found the guitarist from a flyer. And he knew Mom Jeans. Like, that's insane. I mean, they're local, so it's not too weird. But
how big are they? To be honest, I've never heard of Mom Jeans before.
I don't blame you. I mean, they're kind of like, I guess, kind of Berkeley underground, kind of. But
are they on SoundCloud?
Yeah, but not that much. Most of their stuff is on Spotify.
Do you have a song in particular you like and would want to play right now?
There's so many. Girl Scout Cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. My Spotify is not premium. I'm just gonna say that right now. So
I can play it on my phone.
Yeah, play it on your phone.
I don't even know if that one's on Spotify. They took a lot of stuff off. I mean, on SoundCloud. Sorry.
So they mainly. And then, how long have you been listening to them for?
Like a year, 2 years. I'm not sure.
Cool. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
And what's the name again? Sorry.
Girl Scout Cookies.
Let me just add this here because I'm gonna put that in the background too.
Okay.
We just want to play like 30 seconds, something like that, and then I can extend it. So that's drums right there?
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Have you done a cover of this song?
The drums are hard.
That's really hard.
But the guitar I play all the time. Yeah.
Okay. That's sounds cool. And
yeah,
then
I love this one.
What? It's alternative rock too, or?
Yeah, they call it power pop, stone power pop, because they sing about weed all the time.
Okay. Stone power pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll play some of it more in the background as we finish out this segment. I don't think I have any other questions for you, really. I guess my last one would be with 20. So now that's the beginning of the new year. So you said more music. Is there any other stuff you're looking forward to this year? Even if it's music related?
Traveling.
Yes,
this summer I'm gonna go like all over the place.
So if you travel, hopefully.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like? Are you gonna be going to concerts while you're traveling? Or are you gonna do any of that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I already go to as many as I can. So if I'm like in somewhere else and there's a show, then I'll go for sure.
Do you know where you want to travel? Europe, South America?
I want to go to New York. Me and my friend have been planning that since last summer.
Oh, okay.
And then my dad's going to take me to Japan to get a tattoo. Yeah.
What's your mom saying about that one?
She's...
You gonna get some face tats?
No.
Call you Lil Xan?
I'll get on my leg. I'm not going to get a face tat.
Man, yeah, I was watching this interview about little Xan talking about how his mom was very supportive of his face tat.
Yeah, I've heard that.
All right.
Sure.
I guess that's a good note to end on there. Thank you so much for coming on, Seb.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And then, guys, just make sure to go check me out on Instagram at the Fergie Time Podcast. Make sure to DM me if you want to be on the podcast. I'm going to be having more musical artists on, rappers, anything, producers, anything like that. So make sure just to contact me if you're interested, because I feel like we could do some real cool stuff here. And then, is there anything you want to shout out? Your band? Do you guys have a page yet or anything?
Yeah, we do. Okay, Sheepover on Instagram, spelled Sheepover, but the E's are 3s. And then check me out on SoundCloud, Pool Party. I think it's all caps. I don't remember what I put. But you're going to link it, right?
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. It'll be down in the description, so you guys make sure to go check that out. And thank you guys for watching, and peace.